Hello, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, welcome. I'm Deidra. If you're returning, it is great to see you. I wanted to film another travel video. This one specifically is about Boise, Idaho. We didn't get as much time in Boise as I had hoped for, or at least it didn't feel like that. Maybe we did. I don't know. No, actually, I think we got about the same amount of time. But it was just a long travel day, just like the driving. We drove to Omaha. We flew to Boise. The first thing we did was we actually did the Boise Zoo. The zoo itself was nice. Even though it was still early, most of the animals were not out. So we didn't really get to see that many animals, which was a bummer. We did go in the butterfly exhibit. I highly recommend it. It's very small, but it is so worth it. I was trying to get my 5-year-old to stand still. He couldn't stand still to save his life. And so no butterflies would land on him, but I had butterflies landing all over my back. I will try and insert a picture because I do have a couple of pictures of the butterflies on my back. But they would land on me. The parking at the zoo was atrocious. So they're doing construction and there's no parking longer than 2 hours. So you have to get a permit from the zoo and run it back to your car to put in the window of your car so you don't get towed or get a ticket for parking longer than 2 hours. The food was okay. It wasn't the greatest food in the world. It was pricey, I thought. I actually thought the food was better and cheaper at the Omaha Zoo than the Boise Zoo. But that's okay. So we did that. The parks in Idaho are fantastic. They have so much to do in these parks. I mean, Hunter was just running from thing to thing to thing. There was just so much to do. So it was a little warm that day, but he had so much fun just going and checking out all the different things at the zoo. Not the zoo, well, that too, but the parks. The red pandas at the zoo were a fan favorite. Hunter loved them. He actually has a red panda stuffy that I got him at the zoo in his room. So he's very much into red pandas right now. He also liked the elephant slide. They had an elephant slide that he really liked. And so he spent a lot of time on that. We also went to Shields, which is like a Bass Pro on steroids. And they have like arcades and bowling and a giant Ferris wheel in the middle and photo ops all over the store. So Hunter got to play the shooting game. He did the bowling. And then he and I went on the giant Ferris wheel, which was really cool. We were like the only ones on the Ferris wheel. But I think it was like $2 or $1 per person to do the Ferris wheel. So that was fun. They were really nice and let us go a whole extra time around. So that was a lot of fun. They're actually building some here in Texas. There's one up in Dallas and they're putting one in Austin, the man told me. So it'll be a little bit closer to home. We can go check it out. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did some cookouts. That was really nice. We went and checked out the river. The river, they call it a creek. It is not a creek. It is a river. Hunter got to put his feet in it. He also got to learn that there are volcanoes in Idaho. I didn't know that. And the volcanoes were going down into the lava rock, or the volcanoes would explode and the lava would go in the water, and then there's a lot of lava rock in the rivers. So they were picking up pieces of lava rock. Hunter was standing on lava rock that was in the river. Obviously, he was not in there unsupervised or without an adult holding on to him at all times. And they didn't go in, like they went to their ankles at the edge where it was like not a raging river. So we got to do that. We had lunch at a local pizza place. It was like a lunch buffet and that was pretty good. And we just like hung out at home one day and my dad and I ran some errands. I shipped some stuff home. We went to the grocery store. We cooked out. My brother and his wife came, and my nephew, and so we got to see them again. But it was really nice. Like, it was nice to sit on my dad's porch in the morning, his back porch, his back patio. And I would go sit out there for a few minutes sometimes because it was like 50 degrees in the morning. It was beautiful. The river behind his house was going, and just listening to the water and being in the cool. It was so nice. And now I'm back in the blasted heat that is Texas. So here we are. But I really enjoyed Boise. It was very pretty. I was allergic to it almost immediately. I would recommend, if you're staying in Boise, if you're staying somewhere where you can cook, definitely go to the farmers. They have farmers and like farms that have like food all over the place. We went and got some corn from one of them, and it was delicious. We stopped at another farmer stand and got like fruits and vegetables and stuff, and we snacked on those the whole time. So I would definitely recommend trying to support the local farmers if you're at a place where you can like actually prepare those things. It was so good. The corn was so sweet and so good. And it was really neat, like driving through, you'd see the potato fields and the corn fields and, you know, all the different things. And so that was really neat. I was laughing at the amount of Bigfoots or Sasquatches that I saw in people's yards or hidden in the trees. It was very much a thing. It was very funny. The trains went by every hour. For the most part, it was actually not too bad. My dad has a train track right behind his house. And honestly, it didn't even run every hour when we were there, but I guess it normally does. So yeah, it didn't really run too bad. So it was fine. But yeah, so that is what we did in Boise. Like I said, I had a great time in Boise. It's a beautiful state. Sad that I'm allergic to it. I was not allergic to Omaha and Iowa, thankfully, but I'm allergic to Boise. So here we are. But yeah, that's what we did in Boise. We didn't stay at any hotels, so I can't recommend any hotels because we did stay with family. I would not recommend floating any type of river there. The rivers go way too fast. They don't clean them out, so your foot can get caught on debris. So stay out of the rivers. Like, it's fine to dip your toes in. It's not fine to try and like go out deeper into it or try and raft it. It's not safe. It's not worth the danger that you would put yourself into. Like I said, I would definitely encourage you to check out Shields, check out the zoo, check out local farmers and see what kind of produce you can try. It's fresh and yummy. They have so many parks. Definitely check out the parks. When we were there, they were actually doing the hot air balloons. So that was really cool to see. The first day, they couldn't actually go up in the air because of the wind. But the second day, they were able to go up. And so it was so pretty to see all those beautiful, colorful balloons inflating. That's definitely something I miss from back home. We had a balloon and wine festival in Temecula every year. And that was one of my favorite activities to do every summer. Although it was hot as heck in Temecula. But we would go and like stay the night out there and, you know, go do the balloon and wine festival. So that's just something I love and I would recommend if you're in California. But yeah, so that's what our trip to Boise was like. There were so many cool things to do. We didn't even scratch the surface of the things to do. There was I think it was called Birds of Prey that we were going to check out, but we thought that it might be too boring for Hunter. It would be fine for adults. I don't know if 5-year-olds would appreciate it. And we were going to do a kids museum, but honestly, look, the last time I took my 5-year-old, and he was much younger, he was 3, to a kids museum, we were all overstimulated. And I got the norovirus, which is literally the worst thing I've ever had in my life besides COVID. And it was brutal. So I prefer not to go to kids' museums if I can help it. They're just too crowded and too overstimulating for me. I can't do it. But yeah, I hope that you will like this video, subscribe down below. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you have any places in Boise that you love, share them down below. If there's places from Omaha or Nebraska or Iowa that I didn't put those down in that video comments. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.